Hey everybody, welcome to the third devlog for Penumbral Passage. It's been about 5 weeks since my last video, which is disappointing for me because I was hoping to get these out about every 2 to 3 weeks, but a series of things has prevented that from happening. So school's been pretty busy, but it's going pretty good. And then also my wife and I are in the process of buying a house, so that's been taking up a fair bit of time. And also I've been working on the game and implementing some new systems. We'll go ahead and get started here and I'll talk about what that's about. So first off, there's a lot of visual bugs in this update. Prototyping a new system has had some knock-ons, and then also adding in some new art for road challenges has made some of the old prototype art cause some bugs, but that will all be resolved in due time. And one of the feedbacks I keep getting from playtesting is kind of lack of agency from the player's perspective, and a lot of people are implying that when you make actions each turn, there's not a lot of choice, that it seems like there's an optimal action that's pretty easily distilled. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I acknowledge that as a concern. And so one of the solutions I had was to implement this new system. So over here now there is a market, is what I'm calling it for now. This is all prototype for sure. Even conceptually, like thematically, what's going on over here is due to change, but mostly just trying to get in the mechanics to see if this is interesting and if it's going to go towards solving some of that problem of agency. So I added 3 new resources to the game. I'm calling these like essences or favor, maybe. Excuse me. Got a bit of sinuses, I think. Dry throat this morning. And the way these work is when you take a tile, if you remain on that tile, at the end of the turn you'll get a essence based on which tile type you occupied. So most of the resource tiles are, well, I guess resource tiles are green. I'm calling these magic tiles, they are purple. And then these, I haven't come up with a good name, but shorthand is commerce tile for now, they're orange. So if you end your turn on one of these colors of tiles, you will get an essence at the end of the turn. Now you can use this currency to buy items from the marketplace here. And some of them, so like the item shop as a tile has been replaced, so it now exists up here, this axe that you could purchase from the item shop before. Trying to also solve the problem that it just wasn't worth it to go get those items. Like spending your resources for basically not resources was a hard thing I was having to balance, because it's also the way that you progress through the map. So now I've kind of eliminated that problem by having this currency, this new currency that you can only spend on the marketplace up here. Some of them are like instant effects, like this one, Harvest Boon. It puts a berry, or puts a food token on all the berry tiles on the map. This one just like straight gives you some resources, and these are both items. This is a new one I added that if you equip the item, then when you take a purple square you get extra magic. And these are all just like not necessarily good or interesting, but just placeholders for now to kind of proof of concept the system out, and then more interesting items can be added. And there's only 6 of these available right now too, but basically the way it works is there's a deck of these that gets randomly drawn, and as you buy them they get replaced from the deck. So we'll probably see repeats, but it's whatever. And also the way this works, and kind of theming this, maybe there's some Hades bias here as I've been playing a lot of Hades, but conceptually what happens is you'll accrue this essence or favor, and then when you buy an item it all goes to 0, so you can't stockpile it, and you have to kind of pick a lane a bit. And then eventually the idea would be that there would be some synergy, like if you started going for orange, that would influence, you in a direction. So it'd also give you maybe a longer arc and some more ambiguous decision making, so decisions that weren't about just being turn to turn, as that's kind of what the game is about mostly, is these like turn to turn decisions, and then maybe planning out a couple moves ahead. So this might give you more synergy and strategy over a longer arc. I guess that's it for now. The game's easier than the last time because I've added this new system in, and I've also, so developing the system and revealed to me, and another reason why this was a week later than I wanted it to be, is that I first implemented this collection system. It's pretty straightforward. And as I was playing through the game, I realized that I was only going to green tiles. In some instances, I would have like 50 green essence at the end of the map and then 0 and like 5 of one or the other. So I've retuned a lot of the tiles, and I've added 2 new purple tiles, Shrine and Hinge. Shrine, you can see here, the way it works is it costs 2 magic to go here, and then you will get 2, quote unquote random. I'm still working on the verbiage a bit, but this changes every turn what resources you can get, and it can be any combination of wood, food, and gold. And then if you have vision on it, you can see what it produces, but if you do not have vision on it, it's a question mark here. I'll talk about Hinge if we get to one, which we probably will, and then I buffed some of the orange tiles, just straight buffed them, added a resource, which we'll see as we go forward. And that kind of wraps up what's changed. I think for the future plans, there's a couple more systems I want to implement. One is going to be a way to upgrade your meeples, like as a one-shot to make them more powerful. And then I'm still going to add some kind of like enemy system. It's going to be very basic, but basically the concept is there will be clouds of darkness or like darkness minions of some sort that will occupy a space on the map and prevent you from using that space, and then they'll move in some predictable or telegraphed way. I'm hoping to get those in before the end of November would be my goal, but we'll just have to see how things go. Also, the next video probably won't be again for another 5 weeks until kind of the semester's wrapped up, maybe Thanksgiving-ish, but then after that, should we get back to more of a regular schedule, December, January? Okay, enough talking. Let's see what we got going on here. So again, you always still start with this red meeple. He's the illuminate adjacent neighbors meeple. I'm still calling these meeples for now. It's one of the things about like being in development, I guess, is a lot of the words just like they get all gibberish and changed. Maybe that speaks to maybe having a better plan and more time spent in the planning space at the beginning, but whatever. All right, so we need some wood, and here's a good place to get 2 food. That may be a good place to start. I'm gonna take this, and we just get some wood for our immediate tile here. And oh, here's one of the new art assets, the bandits. So I'm kind of like, this is another problem that I need to solve. So the challenge tiles, they have a cost to them, and then also you have your upkeep cost for your feeding your meeples here and keeping your torch lit. And I'm trying to come up with a clever way to link these together, because this is really confusing. Obviously this is bad, just bad display for here, but I don't know how to tie these together in a way that's readable, and that's a problem that I am constantly thinking about. Hopefully inspiration will strike. So we got 2 food here last time. Now you can see it's 2 coins, which is a pretty good roll. That's pretty sweet. Might just take the 2 coins. We already got our food here, and then oh, we made a mistake there. I could have taken that with the bat, but I might just take this. So this is study. So this is one that's just been straight buffed. It was 2 magic before. Now you just get 3. Okay. So you don't get essence unless you end the turn there. So repeating on a tile doesn't give you any more essence. So I got stuck here from studying up. Let's go ahead and get our wood here. I see day labor's been buffed to 2 as well. All right, what are we gonna need? 2 food. We've got a coin or magic to already beat the bandit. Yeah, so he should be in darkness still, but that's just like another visual bug. I haven't added the darkness for the new assets yet. This is always a pretty safe take here. So now you can see this is in darkness. We can't tell what it gives us anymore. So you could reveal it and find out, but you would be, there's a little bit of risk built in. Hopefully November I'm gonna try to buckle down on tightening up some of these assets still that are placeholder. That's on the menu too. It's a lot to do. I'm just gonna kind of, we're not gonna overthink things here too much. Oh, we didn't check our challenge. I've also streamlined this UI, so there's only one place now for information, tooltips and stuff to appear over here. So the quest log has been added here, which this used to be like permanently displayed. I moved this button down as well. I need to put these icons pretty high on the list because now you can't just glance at this and know what it is. You have to mouse over it, which is a little bit frustrating. Okay, so we gotta get some wood. That's good to know. Making games is hard, yo. There's a lot. There's a lot to take into account. I was looking at some of my old code. I've only been working on this for like, what, 5 or 6 months now. And looking at code from like 5 months ago where I first got started and being embarrassed at how bad it is, but also proud of myself that it's getting better. I'm sure there's still, there's still a long journey in front of me, but all right, we gotta figure out what this guy wants. What do you want, buddy? All right, honey again, so sweet tooth. Also diverse, like once I get all the systems implemented, which I said there's like maybe 2 more, then start adding breadth of content to kind of diversify the runs a bit. We're gonna need a wood here. Might as well grab that now. Okay. This guy's gonna be, you can see the some of the bugs here, visual bugs. 2 food. Oh, so this has been buffed also from 2 food to 3 food, which makes it actually a pretty strong option now. It also means you're not stockpiling your gold as much. It's incentivizing you to spend your gold. Oh, this is a new tile, new orange tile added. So it's just 1 gold for 3 wood. So there's some like tile synergies now. Oh, here's this big beefy boy, new werebeaver. So we're gonna need 11 wood to beat him. Plus we need 15 wood to beat this. Oh, and we can make a decision here. We can buy one of our new items here. So we can just get straight 1 of everything, or we can put food on all the berry bushes. We have access to 1 here, so that could be functionally 2 or 3 food. This is going to be about 3 resources. I'd like to buy this, but for our wood issues. But we don't have any orange yet. We're going to get 1 this turn, so it makes sense to spin this now. And then maybe try to start investing in orange resources to pick up this axe. I'm just going to take this one because I think it's more, well, no, we need the coin. This is more interesting, but if we get the coin now, we can go straight to the lumberyard. So I'm going to do this. So this should give me 1 across the board here. And then it replaces itself. This one refreshes all your spells. So these you can only use once a turn, but that'll let you reuse spells. Could get you out of a tight spot if you backed yourself into a corner. See, we can beat this, yeah. I'm gonna use my food because I don't think I'll have food problems. Next turn we get our new meeple. We gotta remember to grab this honey. We could just, let's see, is there a way to get orange here? Day labor seems like a pretty straightforward take to get our orange. And then I don't really need the coinage. It's actually like reverse of what we want to do. So I could just take this. This also coins, but it's fine. All right, so this will give us 4 orange next turn. Oh, he's stuck. There's a bug somewhere. That should have given us 4. Let me write that down. It could be a it could be a lot of things. Easy enough to sort it out. All right, so we got the blessings guy. He actually combos okay with the... I don't know where the bug came from, so we need to make sure that we get this orange essence here somewhere, so I'm just gonna do this. Pretty funny. We can go ahead and take this and secure our honey. Maybe he's not the best candidate for it, because maybe I want him to have the axe. I think also I'm going to end up giving these guys multiple item slots, because with this new system, I think there's a lot of space for interesting items. Having the ability to combo them will be good. All right, so I've also, before when you went to the item shop, you had to send the meeple you wanted there to get the item, which meant that if you had a meeple who couldn't go to the orange tiles, like the wolf, for example, you could never get him an item. So with this system, the way it works now is, say you want to buy this axe, we click on it, our cursor turns into this axe icon for now, and then we can click and drop it on this guy, and now he has it. Also, I've updated the scythe. It was not getting much use at all, so now the way it works is you just have to be adjacent to any grass tile, and you'll get the food. So if you went here, we're adjacent to this grass tile, we'd get the extra food. All right, so we know we want this lumberyard. I'm gonna try not to overthink things. So you can take this shrine now, but you don't know what you'll get, so maybe a little spicier. I'm still a sucker for gold. Like, I've tuned gold down a bit. Like, it's not as, I mean, it just depends. Now you have some options, I guess. So like if you want gold, you can kind of invest in this kind of loop of visiting these orange tiles. Whatever. I'm also a sucker for like min-maxing the resource value, even if it's not the best decision, which is, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. So we can go here, spend a food, bless this, and then get the 2 gold from that. Okay. We gotta get this wood. Ideally, we would use our new axe. See, this is, I kind of made a mistake by putting the honey on this guy. He's really good with the axe because the trees tend to be on the edges of most of the maps, so he can really exploit the axe there. We got to get 5 wood before this turn is over. Okay, we should be able to do this. We can send this guy to the lumberyard. That's 3. And then we just need 2 more, which we know we can get with our Axeman. I'm going to do that by a couple options here. I guess the best line I see is we can highlight this wood here, and the way the mushrooms work is it'll be revealed. And then he can get double wood here, so that should give us 11. Yep. And then we also get the advantage of blessing this to give us double resources here as well. I think that's good enough. So we still need to be collecting wood because of our challenge down here. So we need 15, I think. Yeah. Let's see what else we want to do. So we can just send this guy up here, grab wood and a food. Keep trying to use this guy on forest if we can. Just up here for 3 resources. Okay, so now we can see that this is 2 coins. This will help us get a bunch of wood right here. Just do this pretty straightforward move. Oh, these are bugging down here too. This is just like all this kind of stuff. It's like you just put it off. I'll deal with that. Future me will deal with that. Good job. Alright, so we are going to need some coins for this guy. Yeah, you can see this is all wonky. These old placeholder ones are what's flubbing it up. So maybe we should have taken that shrine. It's alright, we can go day labor, which will also give us another orange. And then we can use some magic up here and highlight this one. And this time he's going to bless to the right. Get some more wood there. All right, let's see. Do we have everything we need for this? He asks as he approaches it. Yeah, it looks like we do. Pretty good. Still, morale is not implemented at all. Like, or not, I mean, it's implemented, but it's not interesting or useful at all. But it's just like, we'll figure it out. Now we could get the flute, but our magic situation is pretty good. I think we'll just kind of do some easy moves. The game, yeah, like I was saying, the game is pretty, well, we could go for random stuff over here. There's no feedback yet on what you get, which that definitely needs to happen, but that's already on the list of things to do. Let's see what we get. We got a food and a wood. All right, so I think the game's pretty much won at this point, so we'll just, could go ahead and do this. Yeah, let's go ahead and take advantage of this. So I'm not sure how I feel about this. The theme would be like, again, kind of talking about maybe like setting this up as different gods that you're getting favor for. It's like, okay, I would buy this and use my favor for this god, and then the rest of the gods would be like, well, you know, you spent your favor. We'll take ours back or something like that. I feel like it's just, if you just keep it, it lets you stockpile it and then doesn't force you to engage with the system, which I'm trying to encourage. And also it doesn't, encourages you to kind of pick a line. I don't know. It's still very, like, this is the first iteration of this system. So, so we went ahead and bought this. So now you can go here. You should get a food also, as well as the coins, which we did. Hooray. And I just need to get some iterations on it, get some feedback on the system. I'll probably wait to start sourcing that out until I get a few more items implemented. And we can show off the hinge here in a second. I'll go ahead and put a lake here to set us up. I'm not like thrilled with the hinge design yet, but I feel like it's fine. I feel like it could be good still. So the way that the hinge works is he's basically the blessing system. Like right when I'm trying to prototype this out, I'm trying to use stuff I've already implemented. But he blesses all adjacent resource tiles for that turn. So he doesn't actually give you anything in itself, but if you need resources, he can be worth 2 or 3 depending on like how you use your spells and stuff. So he seems to me like one of those tiles that is maybe better than it seems, so I don't want to buff it just yet. And like I said, the game's pretty easy at this point in development, so I don't really have to, we don't have to overthink this too hard. I could have put him there, I guess. Maybe we'll do that next turn. Or we can see that there's, and sometimes like some of it's just like the placement of it. So right, we could like optimize this by doing something like reveal this tile and then put the bat here. So he's gonna bless these 2 adjacent tiles, and then, oh, this is a known bug there. And then we can just like triple down on this stuff, right? Boom, get all the goodness. All right, we're just gonna smash it out here. I keep saying that I swear I fixed this bug. That's frustrating. There's something to do with how these aren't deactivating correctly. I've tried like 3 times to fix it. Get out of here, bug. Come on. Chill, dog. Leave us alone. Right. Yeah, you can just tell we've got way too many resources now. Oh, we at least want to put this guy somewhere down here where he's getting some grass. Trying to think if I have anything else relevant to say. just it's coming along, and you kind of get like stuck in it, and you can't really see it all the time as you're constantly working on something. But going back and like looking at old stuff is really rewarding, because it's like, oh yeah, we actually are making something. It's definitely, you know, a game. Boom, we did it. We're so good. All right, well, that's what I've got for today's devlog. Like I said, hopefully there'll be another one in 4 or 5 weeks' time. Maybe we'll have this UI issue sorted, and we'll figure out a better way to display this information to the player by then. But if you stuck around this long, thanks for sticking around, and hope you enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be.